Yo, 2014 Nissan Maxima V6. The big dumb thing came in with a dead battery. I put it on a charger overnight. It's still charging. Says it's got almost 13 volts. Almost 1,000 cold cranking amps on the thing. So it's probably a good enough battery. The alternator on this thing was all doused in power steering fluid. So the victim's dad hosed the alternator down with brake cleaner to get all the power steering fluid off of it. Because if that's the problem, once in a while, the alternator wakes up and starts working again. He ran the car and said it wasn't charging. So it should be nice and dry now. I'm going to try to see if this thing works. No, it's sitting at 12 volts. Yeah. There's nothing going on with this alternator. I'm going to try to find this power steering leak. I think it's coming from the pump. So if I start the car and turn the wheel all the way to lock, it gets over twice the pressure and it really starts pumping out of this thing. So I'm going to start the car and I'm going to turn the wheel all the way one way and hold it there and see if I can find a leak. Yeah, I think I found a leak. So it looks like I get to do a twofer. I get to fix the problem and the cause. Went to the Zone and got a power steering pump for it. That's the part number. And he went on the Zon and got a Chinese alternator. This was only $100 on Amazon Prime, so we got it. Hopefully it'll work. The victim's dad gave me this junk. So obviously they tried this and the little gremlins inside the bottle didn't fill up the hole and repair the seal on the shaft on this thing. Imagine that. I think there's a bunch of plastic covers and stuff that are supposed to be all over the top of this thing. They've all been discontinued. First thing I'm going to do is disconnect this negative battery. I'm going to put my charger back on here and keep this thing charged. 21 millimeter tire. Plastic cover I need to remove. Pull out the centers on these clips. I made a lovely little belt diagram. This thing is just a slimy, grimy power steering fluid mess. I got a 13 millimeter here. I can unload this tensioner. And I have a 7 millimeter Allen wrench I can stick in this hole right here and leave it unloaded. And then I can get this disgusting belt off of here. Oh my. And of course I'll be reusing this belt because it's well lubricated. I sucked as much power steering fluid out of that reservoir as I can get. There's a screen in there so you can only get out so much. I got a 24 millimeter here or a 15/16 for all you standard guys. And of course it's gonna make a dribbling mess all over the place. I'll just try to catch wherever it goes. I have a T27 Torx on this bolt here. Yeah, if you think that's a T25, you'd be mistaken. Now I should be able to pop this out. Like so. Net return line goes up to the reservoir. And I'm going to pull it up out of my way. Now that I got all that out of my way, there's two 13 millimeters way up on the top of this bracket up here. If you can see that, there's one of them. This other one I gotta kind of play reach around. I can see it from this angle here. It should be this bolt right here. Get at it with a regular box end wrench. This 13 millimeters gotta come off right here. Now if I go under the car kind of from the driver's side and I look up above the exhaust pipe, there's gonna be a 16 millimeter hiding right there. And I can get a 3-foot extension with a 16 millimeter swivel socket. And get on that sucker like that. There's a couple of 12 millimeters on it too, but I think I can leave that bracket on the pump and just take off this one 16 millimeter. Try to grab it with a magnet. This wire loom right here, I kind of don't like where that is. There, I got that out of the way. It's all floppy and loose. I just had to grab the back of it and wiggle it back and forth, and something happened. Oh, there's a wire stuck on it. There's my extra wire. Looks like it's one of them zip tie looking wire things. I'm just gonna get up here with a hook tool and try to get in there and snap that thing off. Come on, break. There it goes. I broke it off. I don't know if you saw that or not. Okay, there looks to be like what seems to be a power steering return line of some kind in my way. I'm gonna get a 10 millimeter on it. Now I'm hoping I can unsnap this line and get a little more room here and not have to take off a damn axle shaft. What a bunch of crammed in piece of cram. Jeez Louise, there it is, finally. 12 foot-pounds on these, or 144 inch-pounds. There's a sliding collar up here I'm going to want to try to move just a titch so my power steering pump goes in a lot easier. Just enough for it to slide up in there real nice. Back in the hole it goes, I hope. Why does it seem to be going in easier than it came out? I'm going to call that fair. That's fair. There's 3 of these 13 millimeter bolts, and the longest one goes right here. I'm going to start this one first. That one started real good. Oh, what a royal pain in the... Gonna try to stick this one up there with a magnet. I got this thing in here. I had to give it a little friendly persuasion and just tap on the extension a little bit to get it in there. For some reason it wouldn't start, but I got it to thread. This is supposed to be 33 foot-pounds. I'm just gonna do this one by feel. Make sure that collar's crushed in all the way. I'm tightening this one first. Since I got the other 3 started, I can tighten those next. And those go to 12 foot-pounds or 144 inch-pounds too, but I'm gonna do them by hand. Alright, I got all the wires put back up. I put a zip tie on that one up top that I had a problem with. Now I'm gonna put a new O-ring on here. Nice fresh O-ring. I'm trying to keep clean hands doing this. It's a filthy car though, so it's easier said than done. Just wiggle that around and plop it in there. The more you wiggle it, the more it wants to go. Now this little T27 Torx bolt, it doesn't need to be that tight. I wouldn't go any more than probably 4 to 6 foot-pounds. That's probably tight enough. I'm just going to do it by hand. Wipe off this banjo, make sure that's good and clean. But I got 2 new copper washers for this. If you can see that, I got a clean copper washer here, and then I put one on the other side, right there. And then this pin has got to go in that tab. I have no idea how tight that's supposed to be. I just yank on this wrench as much as I can possibly can. I'm going to hit it with a hammer, see if I can get it farther. I don't want to get it any tighter than that. One last thing from the looks of it. Okay, now I can do the alternator. I'll be taking this grimy thing out the bottom. I might as well. I'm already down here. 10 millimeter here. Push in this tab and pull this plug out. Idler pulley's got to come off. 13 millimeter. I got to take these two AC compressor bolts out, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to get the other ones out first. There's supposed to be a big plastic panel under here, but that got all ripped off, so that ain't around anymore. Got a 10 millimeter swivel socket here for this guy. That should loosen this line up enough to get it to drop real good. AC compressor's got two 14 millimeters on it. This one's almost tricky. I got a ratcheting wrench here though, so it's not as tricky. Two more 14 millimeters. And this thing should fall. I want to get that down as far as I can get it without wrecking anything. 14 millimeter. I got a swivel socket I'm going to use for this. Push this bolt through. Can try to get my hand in here. Pull this boot back. Try to turn that boot inside out. Just flip it upside down. That should be a 12 millimeter. Got a swivel socket for that. I want to lift that out of the way, but it's zip tied with that other connector. Now I got to get that 3-pin connector off. Stick my hand under here, and I should be able to feel a tab with my thumb. Squeeze on it. Pop that sucker off. See, there's the tab right there. I pushed with my thumb and pulled it up. I did it with one hand. Got a 12 millimeter on the top of the alternator right there. Just like everything else on this car, it's in a bad spot. This thing really don't want to break free. I can't get the leverage I need on it. So I'm going to put a pry bar on this wrench and whack it with a hammer. Get my wrench back, see if I got it. I didn't get it. Okay, I'm going all out now. I got a 6-point swivel ratcheting wrench. I normally don't like doing this because this is how you break ratcheting wrenches. Put a 14 millimeter box end over the open end for more leverage. Oh my gosh, I got it. Now I get to see if I can drop this out of here without dropping the cradle. I probably will have to, but I'm going to try to do it without. I got about absolutely no room in here. Alright, I got the subframe supported. I got a 21 millimeter on the corner I'm going to take off. I got a plate here with 16 millimeters on it. Loosen this 21 millimeter up here. Still won't come out. I'm going to loosen up the bolt on the other corner over here a little bit. Need about another ½ an inch. I think I can get it. There's no good pry points. There's a cradle mount here I'm pulling on it. A lot of times if you loosen up all 4 bolts on the cradle, it throws the alignment off pretty good. I don't really want to do that. I want to leave at least one of them bolted up. That is so close. Try to get that AC compressor down a little farther. I think I'm going to get it now. I got it. What a bunch of... There's a slide bushing here you want to pound in that way if you got a reman. This thing's new though, so I can just toss it in. That's not an easy one to take in and out of at all. I'm going to stick a punch in the hole so I can line this bolt up. What a horrible, horrible job. I'm going to tighten this bolt up just a little bit so I can get the alternator to sit where I want it to, because it's just floating around in there like a big dumb thing. And that bolt up top is not an easy one to get at. So I just want to be able to put just enough tension on there to get it to stay up and maybe be able to move it around a little bit. Alternator's in enough. Looks like it's time to just whammy slammy. Do the whammy slammy. Alright, I got everything bolted up. My battery charger says it's still trickle charging. It's been over a day. It's still not fully charged yet. I don't know, man. He gave me the gremlin juice, so I'm gonna put it in here. America's most trusted repair brand, huh? Okay. Dual action formula. Okay. Sounds like bull to me. I'll just fill this all the way to the top because it will take in as much as what ran all over my floor and everywhere else. Nothing smoking. Okay, I got this thing all hooked up. Let's see if the Amazon alternator wants to foil me now. It's up to over 14.5 volts. Turn this thing up. Yeah, about 125 amps at 12.5 volts. So it's working. I'm gonna check for power steering leaks now and button the rest of this thing up and call it a done deal. Okay, bye.